Omondi Ojwang while under police custody. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee of National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on a matter of national concern regarding the tragic death of Mr. Albert Omondi Ojwang, a resident of both Migori County and Homa Bay counties, under police custody. Mr. Speaker, sir, the death of Mr. Ojwang has caused widespread grief and outrage within the country. The late Mr. Ojwang sustained fatal head injuries while in police custody at the Central Police Station in Nairobi, following his arrest by the police officers in Homa Bay County, raising serious questions about the police brutality, abuse of authority, and the lack of immediate accountability by the responsible officers. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, in this statement, the committee should address the following: the circumstances that led to the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang Omondi, including a detailed account of the events surrounding his fatal injuries. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, in the statement, the committee should address actions that have been taken by the National Police Service and Independent Police Oversight Authority, IPOA, to investigate the incident, including whether any officers involved have not only been interdicted, but also subjected to disciplinary or criminal proceedings. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, in the statement, the committee should address the measures the Ministry of Interior and the National Police Service are implementing to prevent police brutality and ensure accountability, particularly in handling civilians during law enforcement operations. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, I will allow comments for not more than 30 minutes. What is your issue, Senator for Kilifi?
Asante, Mstahiki Speaker. Mstahiki Speaker, nakubaliana na wewe kabisa, lakini nilikuwa nasema ya kwamba kwa sababu hoja hii ama majadiliano haya ambayo ameyaleta huyu ndugu yangu Eddie ni ya muhimu sana kwa taifa letu la Kenya. Kwa hivi sasa tumeweza kumpoteza mmoja wa Kenya na katika hali tetesi, na ingekuwa bora zaidi ikiwa kabla hatujaenda kwa mambo mengine yoyote katika bunge. Najua katika orodha zetu tuko na mambo mengine ambayo pia lazima tuyafate, lakini kwa hivi sasa, kwa sababu hili ni jambo la muhimu na jambo la kitaifa na linahusika na kitengo ambacho ni cha polisi ambacho kimefanya kitendo kama hicho, ingekuwa bora zaidi bunge hili la Senate likipewa nafasi kujadiliana sasa hivi ikiwa itawezekana, Bwana Speaker. Ningeomba. Asante.
But Senator for Kilifi County, I thought that's exactly what I was going to do, giving honorable senators time to comment on not just that statement, but on any of the statements that have been read out. In the event that the 30 minutes, are spent and still honorable senators would wish to speak, then of course the chair will give further guidance. But for now, let us stick to the 30 minutes. In any event, Senator for Kilifi, I'm not seeing your name on the dashboard. Senator Joe Newton.
You know, I've conversed with you because I had applied that we adjourn this sitting because, Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, I had requested that we adjourn the sitting to discuss this very important matter. And Mr. Speaker, I beseech you, although you have ruled on the matter of discussing it as a statement, that, Mr. Speaker, you may allow that we adjourn this House to discuss this matter as I had requested. Kindly, Mr. Speaker. It's a matter of national importance, Mr. Speaker, and I feel strongly that we may not be able to exhaust what we may want to say about this matter. So, Mr. Speaker, with the due respect and for your kindness, please allow my motion of adjournment to proceed. Mr. Speaker, kindly.
Now, Honorable Nyuto, you are out of order. One, I've not seen that motion. Secondly, if you look at the standing orders, it must have reached my desk at least 2 hours before start of business. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no motion of that nature that is pending. So we will proceed with the comments. I will give you your 3 minutes to proceed to make comments on the statement sought by Senator Eddy. You may proceed, Senator Nyuto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know where I come from. We say that rules can even lead to uprooting of coffee, and so I abide by your rules, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, this statement raised by Senator Eddy Okech is a matter of national importance. And, Mr. Speaker, it becomes even more grievous because the complainant is the Deputy Inspector General of the Police, and that is Langat, who, Mr. Speaker, has been reported to be perpetrating violation of human rights, Mr. Speaker. And there is no reason why Mr. Ojwang was transported all the way from Migori to Nairobi just for a matter that was supposed to be civil and not criminal. Because, Mr. Speaker, if somebody is accused of libel or even of mudslinging somebody's name, that is civil, and the lawyers here can guide us, led by Senator Sifuna of Nairobi, that this particular young man should have been made to face, civil charges, and Langat should have sued for damages, Mr. Speaker. We saw the parent to this particular young man crying because it was something that nobody would have thought could have happened. Mr. Speaker, the results of the autopsy are out. And the results are that this young man could not have hit his head against the wall. We have seen images of the body, Mr. Speaker, and I suspect that even the eyes have been gouged out because you can see clear injuries along the eyes, Mr. Speaker. And we are very sad this afternoon because this is proof that the sitting government, led by President William Ruto, Mr. Speaker, is increasingly becoming very intolerant, especially of young people. We must get to know through the committee what this government fears from young people. All the way from Jerry, who just made a platform where people were supposed to express their feelings about the budget, all the way again to Buteregaos, Mr. Speaker, and it is not lost on us what happened a few years ago at Langata Road Primary School, Mr. Speaker, where some young pupils were tear-gassed when they were fighting against the grabbing of their playfield, Mr. Speaker. And so we must condemn this. And, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, I want to say that the blood of Albert Ojwang, the blood of all the Gen Zs that have been killed by this government will haunt this government forever. And this government has a leader by the name William Ruto. He should come out and fire DIG Lagat, Mr. Speaker, before we proceed on anything else. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that must be taken very seriously, and the committee that comes should invite that Ojwang, that DIG Lagat, whether he will be in the...
Senator Osotsi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me also to contribute to the statement by Senator Eddy and to say that clearly, Mr. Speaker, something is wrong with what happened to this young man, Albert Ojwang. And this country requires answers, because a postmortem that has been done so far, it indicates that this young man died out of neck compression, and those injuries were inflicted through torture. So we require to get proper answers from the police. And I also want to agree with the position that by now, instead of terminating the services of junior policemen, we want to see senior police officers, the Director General, the Deputy Director General, and even the Director General should resign or they should be fired by the President. Mr. Speaker, my party, where I am the Deputy Party Leader, we signed an MOU with UDA. One of the things we agreed was that we are not going to have abductions and killings like this one. Mr. Speaker, if we do not get proper answers from UDA's side, we will consider this as a material breach of the MOU we have with the UDA. ODM, we are very serious about this. Mr. Speaker, I am talking as a Deputy Party Leader of ODM. We are a party that believes in protecting lives of Kenyans. And therefore, we want to see action from the UDA government on the issue of the Deputy Director General of Police. By now, he should not be in the office because this young man was arrested because he had posted something against the DIG. Why is the DIG still in office? Why are you going for junior police officers, terminating their services, and their bosses are still there enjoying lunch and breakfast as our young man is decaying in the morgue? Mr. Speaker, this matter is very serious, and we call upon speedy action by not just the police, but the government through the President. Mr. Speaker, we are beginning to see the coming back of intolerance in this country. This cannot be allowed to go on, Mr. Speaker. I think we need answers, and the answers are supposed to come from the government, they are supposed to come from the police, and we cannot allow the police to mislead this country, that the young man hit his head on the wall. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the injuries sustained by that...
Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have to be serious. We are playing with fire. I was an adult when there was detention without trial. Detention without trial was a bad thing, but being killed in a police cell is worse than detention without trial. It reminds me, Mr. Speaker, of the impunity we saw when, Mr. Speaker, then Vice President Moi lied to the country that Josiah Mwangi Kariuki had traveled out of the country when they had killed him. The same impunity we saw the police tell the country that Dr. Robert Ouko had committed suicide when they had killed him. The same impunity, Mr. Speaker, that I saw in South Africa in 1977 when an intellectual, Steve Biko, was brutalized in a police station, and they faced the world and they told the world that the guy had died from starvation. The whole world woke up and moved against South Africa to stop apartheid. I'm asking that this matter be escalated to a level whereby we must bring fear in government for government to respect human life. Mr. Speaker, it is not enough to ask that the Deputy Inspector General resigns. We want the same speed which we saw when our colleague was killed last month. When arrests were made, we want Mr. Eliud Langat to be arrested so that he can write a statement from a police station for it to be clearer to him that he has a responsibility. Mr. Speaker, the police officers who went to Migori and brought this boy from home to Nairobi so that Langat could see him when they are slapping him around should equally be arrested. Why are they walking free? As far as I'm concerned, seeing the shape of that face, the guy could not possibly, would have wanted to hit the wall using the front of his head. It is only Parliament, Mr. Speaker, which can bring this to an end. We must protect our children. Members of Parliament in the National Assembly and here, that boy who is lying there is not in any way different from our own children. And it is this Parliament that will bring this to an end. It is too much, and the thing must escalate.
Senator for Kilifi County, Senator Mazayo.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba nasema pole kwa ile jamii ambayo imempoteza yule kijana Albert Ojwang. Zaidi sana tukiangalia tunaweza kumwambia pole sana baba yake ambaye alikuwa huyu ni mtoto wake alipekee wa kuzaliwa peke yake, na ambaye alikuwa baba yake alikuwa na nia kwamba mtoto wake atafaulu katika maisha. Ndio sababu yeye akawa anafanya kazi ya mawe ya kuchimba na kukata mawe akiweza kumsomesha mtoto wake. Nampatia kongole huyo mzee kwa sababu alisomesha kijana, na kijana hakupoteza ndoto ya baba yake, akawa graduate. Lakini sasa baba yake anasema anataka kuletwa mbele ya huyu mtu anaitwa Langat, apigwe risasi yeye sasa afariki. Huo ndio uchungu ambao baba yake anasikia saa hizi. Tunakemea sana kifo hichi. Cha pili ni kwamba huyu alikuwa kijana mdogo sana, na yule alikuwa kijana mdogo wa miaka 31. Yule msichana ni umri wa Metho hapa, Senator Metho. Yule kijana alioa kutoka Giriama huko kwetu. Bibi yake ni mtu ambaye sisi tunahusiana. Kwa hiyo kama alikufa yule, aliua shemegi yangu, na yule dadangu sasa atakuwa mjane na ako na mtoto wa mwaka mmoja. Shame on this officer. Aibu kubwa sana ambayo imetokea katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kama mimi ningekuwa rais saa hizi, ningekuwa nishafuta watu katika hiyo ofisi. Huyu hafai kuketi ndani ya hiyo ofisi hata dakika moja. Huyu mtu anaitwa Langat, kwa sababu ameondoa maisha ya kijana mdogo ambaye alikuwa na future katika nchi hii. Na sisi hatutakubali hata kidogo kwamba ifichwe hichi kifo. Wanaanza kusema sasa kwa sababu yeye ni DIG anafikiria anaweza kudanganya Wakenya wote. Anasema ati mtu alijigonga na ukuta alafu akaanguka chini akakufa. Kwani alikuwa anacheza mpira yeye huko ndani? Ukuta si mpira, ukuta ni ukuta. Na alafu ukuta hawezi kuua. Hakuna mtu alijigonga ndani ya police cell, otherwise pengine awe amejinyonga. Kwa hiyo Bwana Spika, sisi tunasema ya kwamba kitendo alichofanyiwa huyu jamaa ni hatua lazima ichukuliwe. Hawezi kutoa mtu kutoka huko, upite police station mengi, upite maeneo yote ya mapolisi mpaka umlete hapa Central uje kumbulia hapa ndani. Na hawezi kukataa.
Senator Ali Roba.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So that my brother Ototi understands this is not a matter of party. I stand here as the party leader of UDM to condemn this incident that has happened. It's the ugliest incident of the season. When you get a suspect reprimanded and put under police custody, being brutally murdered, and claimed that the suspect has hit his head on the wall. And there is no case of epilepsy or some issues to do with medical condition that this suspect has been suffering from or presumed to have been a prevailing condition. Mr. Speaker, sir, suspension of police officers is just the beginning. And I believe with conviction, as Ali Ibrahim Roba, myself, that There are people hell-bent in setting up the image of the president and setting up the president to, and spoiling the image of this president in this country. And it seems to be deliberate. The president must act swiftly to make sure that this protection happens. Unless somebody is gifted with thickness, how can you pick somebody, put the person behind bars, and kill the person and start telling the public that the person has hit his head on the wall? This is inconceivable. In this day, age, and era, I do not believe it can be something that will have any angle to government position, but rather a complete setup by individuals who are hell-bent at spoiling the image of the president. Mr. Speaker, sir, we demand as Parliament, and I believe, just as my brother Senator Kalwale has said, only Parliament can objectively intervene and investigate this issue to logical conclusion. We want to demand a swift action. DCI must establish culpability, and they must pin it to an individual, not the issue of suspending individuals. That is PR exercise. We want a swift action. Otherwise, the people setting up the president should be unearthed, because the issue that is happening is an issue that is image spoiling. Unless, you know, there is a stupidity that cannot be quantified. You cannot do what you have done in a government with democracy like the government of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, no cover-up can be allowed. Justice must be served and justice delivered, and the nation is waiting. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.